Hello, Nico.
Hello, Nick.
For everyone listening, in case you want a chair update, I have a chair update.
Why do you always need these updates?
Because they piss you off.
They're stupid. You talk about anything, and he goes, the trash can.
There's a trash can update too.
I hate you.
There's a trash can update. The trash can was again online today when I was trying to throw away my food. We had a nice dinner, me, Nico, and his girlfriend Lise, and then I went to throw away my trash, and the trash can was online again. Whose job is it to line the trash can, Nico?
It's yours now.
It is mine now. I'm taking control of this house.
What do you want me to do about it?
I need to spend some more time here. I need to get this house in order.
Well, you never come over, so it's like...
Well, fair enough. We do have a studio upgrade thanks to Lise.
Yeah, she rearranged the room.
Yeah.
So now her desk is on a different wall, and we can keep our chairs on both ends of the table that we originally had.
I think it's a lot nicer in here. The sound might be a little better. We're not in the middle of the room like we were before, so maybe it was a little echoey, but I don't know.
We're against the wall.
Yeah,
so
we're against the wall.
Maybe it bounces
We're
directly.
against the wall.
We'll see.
But yeah.
Today we have a double feature review of Disney Pixar's Turning Red and A24's X.
So yeah, the first half of this, I guess we're gonna do the more family-friendly film.
Yeah.
Actually, I think more just general, widespread audience film. Turning Red. We're gonna start with Turning Red.
That way, if you don't want to get into the whole other film, you could just turn off the podcast. But yeah.
So the second half of this will be our review of X, which we went to see in the theaters, and Turning Red we saw here at Nico's place with his wobbly chairs.
We saw it on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yep.
Did you figure out if that was in theaters at all or no?
I didn't do hard work to figure out if it was in theaters, but from the minimal amount of work I do, this is usually how I handle things, I couldn't find it easily accessible. And usually when you Google a movie that has come out in the same month, then you'll find it if it's releasing in theaters. So it released March 11th, I think, and I think it either was a very small theater release or not one that I could find. So the way to see this movie now for most people, I think,
exclusively to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think it's exclusively on Disney Plus, which I think is a pretty decent streaming platform. I know it feels like a lot of the different studios, companies, or whatever are making you pay a lot, but Disney Plus is a decent one if you're gonna pay a little bit.
I mean, it depends. I don't know.
Disney has a lot of quality stuff.
I mainly got into it for the Pixar stuff. I mean, obviously everybody's grown up watching Pixar movies, Disney movies.
Yeah.
I was interested in some of the superhero films, obviously, as well.
Because they own all of Marvel stuff now, as well as Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is on there too.
Yeah.
I mean, so I got it for that, but like, realistically, Marvel is
yeah, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Pixar.
Yeah.
I think both of us agree Pixar pretty much always releases quality stuff.
Yeah.
If you're watching a Pixar film, you know it's gonna be pretty good.
It's a pretty safe bet that it's a quality film. You know? It's at least well put together.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is no exception. I think this is a good Pixar film.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you think of Pixar, you think of, the Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc., Incredibles. Like, they're all kid movies, but I think they all have something for adults, for everybody.
There's always a theme you can pick up on, yeah.
And I really liked what this film had to do in particular, especially concerning the subject matter. I think this is more...
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Why don't you introduce the premise of it?
From what I understood, it's about a teenage girl going through puberty, And when she gets excited, she turns into a giant red panda. That's what I saw from the trailer.
Yep.
That's what I read from the general plot premise. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, generally whenever she has an emotional moment, whether it be like anger or sadness or anything, she turns into a giant red panda.
Which it's a silly concept, but I mean, it's a good way to introduce kids to the topic of puberty, I think. Mm-hmm. Whether they know that it is puberty or not. It was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the premise on its own is obviously goofy, but I think it's a cool topic, and I think they tackled it well. And I think more of this film, and I don't think it'd be spoilery to say. I mean, you can stop me if you think it is, but
just bleep it out. We can bleep it out after.
Sure, but I don't think this is spoilery to say. Like the main topic of the film is dealing with the emotional baggage and weight of parenting, and dealing with that as you go through puberty and become an adult. Is dealing with like
adolescence. Yeah, adolescence is a tough time for kids. Yeah, for families, parents as well.
And I like that was the focus here. Yeah, and I think Pixar handled it really well.
They had a decent amount of ground to cover. I think. Yeah, I agree. They did pretty well. Pixar, they've got a pretty good track record with these. I mean, as you said, they have things for parents as well. Yeah. Important topics, like I think of Finding Nemo. It goes to kind of like tough love, right? I mean, in Finding Nemo, everybody's seen Finding Nemo, but like a father and his son, they've got this tough love. WALL-E, they talk about things.
WALL-E's just fantastic.
We were just talking about WALL-E before we saw this. WALL-E, they talk about like the importance of recycling, reducing carbon emissions, and all of those other sorts of things. I can't think of any other. I know the other ones. All the other films have different things, but Inside Out talks about like mental health. Yeah. So I mean, you'll get something good out of this probably as well. Yeah. We thought it was goofy the first few minutes.
Yeah, but I think most of these movies are. That's the draw. That's how you get the kids' attention. Just the goofy over the top stuff. Yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I agree. I think they did fairly well. It's not my most favorite Pixar film. Yeah. But I think they did a good enough job that I can't complain too much.
I don't think it's the best Pixar film by any means. Probably not even the top 5, top 10 even. But I think that's just a testament to how good Pixar is and how consistently they put out quality films. Yeah. And I think sort of talking about like the big messages that they try to tackle, they always nail that stuff. I think by the end it always does tug at your heartstrings a little bit.
It'll come full circle. It'll make sense.
But... Yeah, they really get the universal human experience out of a lot of these sort of tough topics to tackle, which is impressive, because they are kids films.
Yeah, speaking of human experience, you need to watch Soul. That's what that one's about.
I missed the last one. That was the one everyone loved during the pandemic. So, and I'm sure that
was it Soul or was it Luca that came out last? I don't know. There are a few recent ones. I saw Luca. Yeah. I saw Soul. I liked both of those. We can maybe review that at some point. But back to this. It was a good film.
It was a good film.
Not my favorite, but it was good.
No, I mean
it's a good thing for families to go see. I think. I think kids will find it more entertaining. A person turning into a panda, but
yeah, the characters are goofy. There are some good jokes. The humor is still better than Marvel's humor to me.
Yeah, Marvel set the bar really low recently.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if you're looking for just a good time with your significant other, family member, or your kids or whatever, just check this one out. It's good. It's really good. Do you want to give it a score?
A score.
I feel like we can do this on a normal scale.
0 to 100.
No. We'll just do 10, whatever 10. Point something out of 10 to 1 decimal place.
I don't know. I don't want to be too generous. I don't want to be like tearing it down, but I'll go maybe like a 7.5.
Okay, that's about where I was thinking. For me, I'm gonna say like 7.3.
Like I think it's a fine movie. I think I might be a bit too old for it. I don't know if that's the case. I just maybe it didn't hit all cylinders for me, but compared to all their other work, I think they've got better movies. But it's still a good film. I could probably see myself watching it again. Yeah,
I'd give it like a 7.3, but that's definitely a good score. I think. I mean, we only have like 2 movies now that we've reviewed, but like it's a good movie, not a great movie.
No, nothing.
Even
great.
by Pixar standards, not a great movie, but like definitely a solid movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into X now? This is a hard pivot.
Wait. How long have we been talking about this?
We're about 11 minutes in.
About 11 minutes? Yeah, we can get into X.
I think we can get into X. I think there's a lot to talk about for X. I think there is.
Yeah, okay. So if there are any parents playing this podcast for any reason and you have kids around, maybe exit out of this because this is talking about some mature audience stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure if you saw the trailers, you know that for this film. But
even if you didn't, just trust us. This is more mature audience, but okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll do the premise.
You
for this
give
one.
us the plot, Nick.
So this is another horror film from A24 by director Ty West, and the premise is goofy as hell. It's insane, but I think it works really well. So the premise is I think it's set in Texas. They start in Houston. There's a smaller looking like porn producer dude with a few porn actors, and they want to shoot a film on a budget, a porno on a budget.
They want to film some erotica
he's a college student who really wants to make this film a masterpiece. He wants to make this an avant-garde masterpiece.
When you say film major, this is who I was thinking.
Yeah,
but like he's not in this context.
Yeah, he's a stereotypical dude. Anyway, the goal is to shoot like an avant-garde masterpiece porno on a budget, on a very low budget.
He says he wants to film a good porn.
Yeah.
Like one with a good story.
Yeah, so
good for him, I guess. Yeah, chasing his dreams, but
this crew of filmmakers and porn stars go out to a weird, like, sort of it's not abandoned, but it's a plot of land, sort of farm like land owned by
very rural.
Yeah, very rural Texas land owned by an old couple, and they rent this place out without the old couple knowing that they're shooting a porno.
Even though they called the guy and said, "Hey, we would like to rent out the place."
Yeah, but
and then he didn't tell them. Yeah. He didn't tell them how many people were coming, what was going on. We'll leave that to you guys,
but anyway, I think again this is not spoiling any of the movie. This movie is a slasher. I think in the category of horror films, this is a slasher. This is not a psychological thriller. This is not a whatever. This is a slasher. I think it's a very slow burning slasher compared to a lot of other ones, but it's a slasher. So things start to go awry really quickly, and people start getting picked off. Now, I mean.
But I don't know what point in the timeline of the film does that actually start happening.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn, but I think that's part of the strength of this film, because I think it builds up the suspense to that moment really well. I mean, you can sort of talk about, because I think you liked that part of it too. We had differing opinions on this.
See, when we came out of the theater, I was like, "Damn, that movie sucked." I take those words back. It didn't suck. It didn't. It wasn't what I expected. I don't know. Am I spoiling anything at this point? I don't want to.
I don't think you are.
I don't think I am. But I think they have Kid Cudi in the movie. He's hilarious.
He is hilarious. Yeah, this movie's funny. I don't think that's spoiling anything.
No. I thought this film was hilarious. Yeah. I thought it was really funny for just kind of everything that was going on for the first maybe 2 acts.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this in a theater of maybe like 8 people
even like 6,
yeah,
including us.
It was like 6 people, including us. But I mean, we were all laughing.
Yeah, everybody was laughing. I brought in my Chipotle.
Yeah,
but the movie was funny.
It was.
It's not what I expected from a horror film. I mean, they always have some jokes and they always have some things, but
especially slashers. But this one leaned into it in a tasteful way.
The whole premise is just kind of funny itself. Just that they want to go film a porn. Like, okay, that's new. That's different. I liked that it was interesting. It was funny. The avant-garde direction the I guess porn director you could call him wanted to take it was a very funny take. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it though. Yeah. I was expecting some more like jump scares and like.
Yeah, there were a few.
There were a couple.
I mean, I think jump scares. I mean, I like jump scares sometimes.
I don't like
they're
jump
a little
scares.
cheap. I think they're a little cheap.
They are cheap. I don't like them, but they kind of add to that atmosphere, you know.
Yeah, I think when horror films and slashers or whatever films in this genre do it right, they build suspense and horror with the camera, and I think this film did it really well. There were some really, really cool shots.
Yeah, they had good shots.
Especially in the first half or so. Yeah, the editing was really great. There was just some without really spoiling anything, some quick cuts that were really well timed to just sort of build up the creepiness, because you know these people are gonna start getting picked off eventually.
At some point, yeah.
And
at some point, yes.
Yeah, there's some really cool.
But the editing was cool. Having, I mean, I'm not gonna say what was being cut between the two things,
but just some really quick cuts.
Very contrasting images, very contrasting states of life, if you will. Yeah. I thought it was cool. I did like the cinematography.
It was disturbing, and that's what I liked about that. If they built up the disturbing nature of these people that you know are gonna die, and you know who's gonna kill these people too. Like I don't think that shocked either of us. You know who's going to kill.
I don't think it shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, or at least you have sort of an idea.
I was like, in the off chance, maybe somebody comes out of the woods or something.
True.
That didn't really happen. There was no like third party who just kind of showed up, like, you know, the Texas Chainsaw series, like they had Leatherface. Yeah. And then like the whole town is, spoiler alert, the whole town is kind of in on it. But like, that didn't happen this time.
And then even with like Halloween, like, you know, Michael Myers is fucking coming.
Yeah. But what did you think of those antagonists?
I liked them, not necessarily I mean, okay, I thought they were just they were over the top, but I think that's pretty standard for this.
They were really weird.
They were really weird. There was some disturbing shit that was like
there's obviously,
I think, deliberately comical at certain points, but let's not talk about specifically what that means.
We don't have to.
But like deliberately comical, and I think what the threat of them, because the threat of them isn't actually that crazy, but like the threat of them is more in the like what the camera is choosing to show you versus not show you, really putting you in the shoes of the people that are gonna get killed, which I think is exactly what this type of movie should do. But
yeah, I think the antagonists, I was a bit confused with the one the one antagonist. I thought her, like, the thing that they were trying to do the whole time, I thought it flipped at some point, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. I thought what she was originally thinking, why did it just flip all of a sudden? And then, you know what I mean? I don't know if you
I know what you're talking about, but I think,
like, I don't know how to explain it.
Like, I think that was just trying. I think that was the film doing a good job of trying. In my opinion, at least, I think it was the film doing a good job of showing you as little as possible about her at first, and then like making it a little more disturbing when the kills actually start happening.
Yeah, but I thought her, like, ideals. Are we spoiling things now? Is there a spoiler section? Are we gonna do a spoiler section?
I don't know. If you're worried about it, just skip a few minutes ahead.
Okay, so if I'm gonna spoil anything, it's gonna be now.
Yeah, just skip a little ahead. Just try not to. Just try not to.
I'll try not to, but like, I thought she was trying to warn people at like the beginning of the movie.
Yes,
then she just kind of ends up.
Yes, I think that was deliberate misdirection, because the whole time she's creepy.
No,
she is really weird, and you.
No, I'm aware. I'm aware. Yeah, it's just I was confused. I was like, is she helping? Is she not helping? Is she secretly like feeding information to get the people out of there? I didn't understand. I wasn't totally on board with that. And then when she comes to lay in the bed with somebody.
Don't talk about that.
I don't want to spoil it.
We'll just leave it.
But that's where I was like...
when shit hits the fan, it really hits the fan, and it goes crazy, and I love that. I know you didn't like that as much.
You were like, this isn't psychological. I was like, none of that made any sense to me. I didn't understand where any of this was coming from. Yeah. And it just happened.
Everything after a certain point gets very gruesome and very disturbing really quickly. Like, a lot of, like, not even just bloody, it gets disturbing on another level. So
the gore was good in this.
The gore was great, and I think that's another, like, awesome aspect. Awesome aspect of, like, a good slasher is, like, if you can get the kills to be, like, really gross and gory, I think that's awesome, and I think that's super fun. I know you. I don't know. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. No, we should reiterate that.
No, it's fine. The movie's fine. Just some of the physics are a little bit off too in certain instances. But it is what it is.
It made it funnier, and it made it like it got. I think it got physical reaction out of me and the other people in the theater. Like, when certain things happen, we were like, God, like.
There was one or two kills that were just way too funny.
Yeah.
Like, it just really looked like one of those old slashers from, I don't know, like the 80s, 90s that, like, they looked cheesy on some kills. There were two for sure that I can think of that were just kind of odd.
Yeah, and I think I liked that. I thought it leaned into that at the right times just to keep it, like, keep it scary but also keep it fun. Like, I thought it was really a really fun time.
I thought it was more comical of a film than
What did you think of the ending? Because the ending tries to sort of tie things up in a weird way that, like, make you ask a lot of questions. I mean, there's gonna be a prequel. There's gonna be a prequel film.
Yeah, there was a post-credit scene.
There was a post-credit, but I'm even talking about the very end of the film. Like, it was a little bit like it left some stuff up in the air.
I know what you mean. I don't know. I don't even know how you talk about this without spoiling it at this point.
We won't spoil it. I think if you do go see if you go see it, I thought it was intriguing.
I'm not sure if this person was somehow related to somebody else who gets introduced in the film, or if it was something completely different.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I thought it was intriguing. It was interesting. I think this is a good time to chat out. Like, I think that was the most intriguing part of, like, the story of this film, if there is one. And then I think the first act I want to shout out Mia Goth's character in this. I thought she, like, carried the movie at a lot of points. I thought she was really fantastic.
She's the cokehead, right? The first, main chick.
Yeah, she's the lead actress in the film. Yeah, I thought she was really great for what the role was and what it may be going forward or backward with a prequel,
depending on who knows.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't remember what she really did in this film. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I just thought that, like, her character was the most interesting. When she was on screen, like,
she was.
I was rooting for her,
but she didn't get that much screen time, did she?
No, she did. I think, especially in the first act, like, she was. I think there was something about her that we were maybe supposed to be more intrigued with, and I thought that was more of the story aspect of the film that I liked. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, I liked it. Nico didn't like it as much. I'll do my score first. Sure. I'm gonna give this a 7.7 out of 10, and that's more like on it. That's more.
I thought you liked it no higher than that.
I didn't love it. But because I can't put it, like, super high. Like, this is, for me,
You're not going to like my score.
Well, slashers for me are, like, they can never be great.
No.
Like, Halloween is one of my favorite slashers that I've seen. I'm not a huge fan of horror, but I thought this was a really fun time. And I think if it's still in theaters, if you want something fun to do, go see it. It's a lot of fun. It's crazy. It's over the top. But, like, I think as long as you're in the mood for it, this is not for everybody.
This is something you have to watch with your friends.
Watch with your friends. I
don't think you can go in there and watch them as they're filming the porno and all just sitting there in the corner by yourself. Well, you have to go with friends and laugh at this.
Yeah, but it is a lot of fun, and I do recommend it. Nico, what did you think?
It was like a 6.3.
Okay.
I didn't like it that much.
That's fair.
And then you were like, yeah, slashers don't have to have a great story. And I was like, there wasn't much of a story here. They just wanted to film the porno and then that's it.
Yeah, it's just a goofy premise to set it up.
But I mean, yeah, the acting was good. Kid Cudi was hilarious.
I'm
not going to say he carried this film for me, but like, he was pretty funny.
He definitely comes in with moments of levity that are fantastic. Like he is really good.
He was just so unexpected.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some other good actors.
The producer, the guy who is the porn producer, who was like kind of like a McConaughey clone, was really good.
The film major.
Yeah.
I thought
not the film major, the cowboy dude.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
He was really
the executive producer.
He was funny. He was funny too. He was really good.
He was funny. It reminded me of a film we saw over the summer. There was this one shot with him. It's not. I don't think it's spoiling anything, but he answers the door in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he's just in his underwear. Yeah. It reminded me of like Suicide Squad with John Cena just all buff and only in tighty whities.
Yeah, Suicide Squad is also a great movie. The most recent one.
Not the Jared Leto one. The James Gunn one that did not feature the Joker.
But yeah, that's our 2 movie reviews.
Yeah.
We've got Turning Red if you want a great time at home, I guess, really, because you can't really go see it in theaters. Turning Red is good and on Disney Plus right now. And X, the new A24 film. Really disturbing, really fun. Go see it in the theater with friends. Yeah, not for everybody though. I mean, it's obviously
there are a couple other A24 films we may or may not see.
Yeah. Potentially. I mean, I don't know how interested I am in just seeing their horror stuff. They release a lot of crazy horror stuff that's like...
Yeah.
That's definitely cool and different and usually more quality than a lot of the standard horror crap that releases this time of year. But yeah. Definitely recommend both of these films. Anything else you wanna add?
I don't think so. I mean... Go watch it. Go have fun.
Yeah.
It is what it is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's what it is.
Yeah, that's our reviews. Thank you for listening. Hopefully by the next time we record this, Nico will have some nicer chairs in his house and we'll have trash bags ready to go.
We're not on the floor.
Oh, well. Maybe we should sit on the floor from now on.
Shut up.
All right. That's a podcast, guys. Thank you for listening.